Hello again. This is author Nathaniel Sewell. At least this is the author Nathaniel Sewell channel. Normally I come on and talk about my books. That's kind of my point with all this, is just to kind of talk about my novels, how they get inspired and things like that. This time I wanted to come on and just sort of share a little personal information for some reason, because sometimes this stuff inspires me to write. Sometimes I write poems about it, and sometimes I write short stories about dogs and pets you've had in your life, that sort of thing. I think it's kind of sometimes fun. Um, but I'm lucky to be 59, and I'm a little older than I thought I would get to. And in truth, I wonder about things, and I go, I miss my dogs. I really do. They were such sweet animals, and they ask for nothing other than just love, and they give you love in return. And I think ultimately that's really all we want, isn't it? We want that's the great thing about pets, particularly dogs. These two dogs, Pink Petunia and Maggie May, they're both purebreds. They were, and they were such sweet, sweet animals that we had in our lives for not long enough. Pink Petunia was the ruby, and Maggie was the Blenheim. They were both really, really great dogs. Happy. They're King Charles Cavaliers. And they were wonderful animals. They never had a bad day. If you had a bad day and you got home, you didn't have a bad day anymore, because they would not let you have a bad day. And in part, that's why I miss my dogs. Maggie, we lost in St. Louis. She had a heart attack, and she collapsed at the dog groomer. And she looked up at me and said, "I'm in trouble, Dad." And I remember thinking, oh dear. So I picked her up, scooped her up, and we took her to an ER. And they found that she had a heart attack. She's still alive. We took her home, and very slowly over a few days, she just sort of left us. I remember she was eating ice chips from my former wife, and then she just sort of left us. It was very sweet. Pink Petunia we found later on when we'd moved to Houston, and she started having seizures, and come to find out, she had a brain tumor right behind her left eye. Took her to a neurosurgeon. He couldn't get the tumor out without killing her. I knew enough about medicine to be dangerous, and I kind of went, "Can you give her meds and just keep her comfortable?" He said, "Yeah." I figured we might get another 6 months best out of her. I wanted her to be comfortable. She'd given so much love to me, I couldn't imagine not doing everything I could for her, for him rather, her. I keep missing this. I don't know why. But I miss my dogs. And I think people that might watch this channel miss their dogs too. It's the one relationship where you're probably going to outlive your pet. And having to say goodbye is such a difficult moment in your life. Here I am. Pink's been gone 9 years. Maggie's been gone 12, I think. No, more than that. And I miss them every day. And my point to this is just to kind of say, poetry, short stories, things like that I write are ultimately about something special to me, something I'm curious about. If I had any piece of advice, I would say, don't keep yourself from loving that little animal, or big animal maybe. They're wonderful to have in your life. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of love. But it was a great story for me to express. And I wrote some poems about it. I let that go through me. And being 59 years old is kind of freeing. You realize all those pets you had in your childhood and later, they all leave a little imprint. Like I'll show you Pinky's paw print that they were kind enough to take after she passed. I still have her ashes. Maggie's ashes are with my ex-wife. I still have, obviously, a photo I'd show you of Maggie when we first got her, and the two of them. But I miss my dogs. So If you want to hear more about my life and all this kind of fun stuff, subscribe. I'll come back if you encourage me a little bit and talk about this stuff and maybe give you some old man advice if you want. So at the very least, I can do that. So thank you.